Introducing Jake Johnson, Ross Johnson, and Jacob Weber. This is The Reach Around.
We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Fuck it!
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Legendary broadcaster.
Classic.
Bill O'Reilly. We're doing it fucking live. The Reach Around podcast is back. Gentlemen, I guess to start off everything, how's you guys this past couple weeks?
Jake?
It's good.
Wow, great insight.
Very
Jake.
entertaining.
Ross,
Memorial Day weekend, man. It was fun. It was a good time.
Memorial Day weekend. You guys do anything at all? I don't know if you guys observed the holiday or thought about past
Hell
wars.
yeah, man.
Hell yeah,
Shout out
dude.
to all the vets. Thank you.
Yeah, no,
And everyone currently serving. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I failed to send texts to my family members that are, I have one cousin right now that's active in the Marine Corps, and then I had another cousin that got out of the Army Rangers. So I didn't say happy Memorial Day to either of them. So I'm a great cousin, but I did watch some pretty great war movies and thought about the horrors of battle.
Yeah. I will say we have a guy that we work with. Guy's awesome and been through a lot of shit. So props to them. Thank you for them. But also, celebrated by watching Band of Brothers, which is a fantastic show if you haven't seen it. So
Band of Brothers is the shit.
Yeah.
What's your favorite
And
one of your...
it's based off a true story, which I still is nuts. Dick Winters was a real dude.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That stuff, almost some of those movies are make you proud to be an American and that kind of stuff, and you hear those stories, you're like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yes. Absolutely.
What's some of your favorite war movies? It's one you can just watch over and over again. I know movies have no...
Fury is a good one.
Dude, Fury is the tits.
That's one Brad Pitt in the tank, right?
Yeah.
Brad Pitt in the tank and Shia LaBeouf going fucking crazy behind the scenes.
There's a bunch of actors in that one.
Bumblebee, stop
John
lubricating the man.
Bernthal.
John Bernthal, Michael Pena.
And then, Michael Pena. And
That
then
one is good.
the other guy, the shithead front gunner.
I wish I had Brad Pitt's haircut in real life in that movie, man. That's one of the best haircuts of all time, bro.
Dude, I took that haircut to Clark,
Yeah.
and he backed me up on that. I sent him that. I was like, dude, I know it's not going to look good because I don't have a slender, fit face, but just give me whatever Brad Pitt had. And of course, I'm sure he was like, this is not going to look good on you, fathead.
This
Shout out to Clark and
haircuts.
Legacy Barbershop in Lawrence, Kansas. Not a sponsor, but definitely one of the best places to get a haircut.
100%. Those guys know what they're doing up there. It's. Let's be honest. Clark is very popular. If you want to get your hair cut by Clark, he's 2 weeks out now.
Even for
Right
his best friends, he can't make time.
The University of Kansas left Lawrence. I tried to book a haircut a couple days ago. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. People are probably coming back to Lawrence after leaving for school, and they're like, oh, I need to get my fucking haircut. It's really annoying. And listen, Clark will never watch this, but fuck you, Clark.
Love him, man. Better guy. Good business, better guy. So.
Yeah, he's the man. So guys, what we had a lot of things going on in the last couple of weeks. Big one that I watched, I think it was 2 days ago, I guess now, was the NASA UFO or UAP panel. Yes. So this was
What's
a pretty
UAP?
big. UAP is unidentified aerial phenomenon. So
Oh, wow.
they
Is that
are
the new
trying-
terminology from UFO?
Yeah, yeah. because they're trying to get away from flying saucer. Like, they don't know what they are, so they're trying to have like an overarching definition.
I'll be honest. I tuned in for like 6 minutes to that panel, and I got really bored, and I logged out.
It was boring as shit.
And I heard him. They were talking about like, oh yeah, it could be like a speck of dust refracting from the lens too. I was like, this is really boring. All they're talking about is how a camera works.
I saw a lot of people that were talking about it like it was a bad student group project, because like everyone showed up, and you can tell. I mean, I'm pretty sure all these people were like serious scientists or whatever of their field, and there's people from different areas of the government, like Aero, which is what's getting all the FFA reports sent to them for UAP. They talk when they're there like they're trying to get something done, but it was like they showed up first day of class and they don't know what the fuck is going on. The people are like the ones that are on the panel were sitting there talking like, yeah, I've been getting like hate mail. People are like, calling me fucking nerds.
I did hear that. They're like, can we like speak up about the hate and not be so rude?
Yeah, they're like, we're just here because we were told to, and we're just trying to figure out what's flying around our skies.
Yeah, the death threats are unnecessary.
Yeah, because it was weird. Because like the big thing was they're trying to come up with like definitions. But they're like also showing the different like forms of things that they're seeing in the skies. Like the most seen UAP shape is a sphere, and so obviously people are like, well, how much of that is weather balloons? Yeah, and so they're trying to show examples of what these things are doing. I think without giving away too much government like secret, the stuff we haven't seen for a reason. These like metal orbs are seen all around the world in war zones, peacetime. It doesn't really matter. They're everywhere. And of course, people are on social media trying to like show prototypes. But we're talking about like high speeds, high altitude, crazy change of direction. They kept using the word anomalous. And basically, anomalous is deviating from what is standard or normal. So they're trying to come up with like videos of like zigzags and shit in the sky.
So they're probably trying to classify it, essentially, like how to classify certain types of craft or whatever.
The overarching idea was we have so many different types of ways to look out there. They have radar, they have telescopes, they have all these different things, but they're not tuned in, they think, to what is like, they're trying to look around, but they don't know what to look for. It's not like looking for a needle in a haystack. It's like looking for a darker shade piece of hay in a haystack.
Whoa!
Because
why does it have to be darker?
I don't know. Fuck up, Ross. Bring race into things. It was a pretty weird deal. They were talking about how the FFA or FAA has had 800 reports of supposed UAPs, and again, they're trying to do this in the public because before it was all closed doors. People had to sign NDAs, or they just tell you didn't see that, make you feel crazy, or they kind of just be like, oh, you might be crazy, therefore we're going to take your wings. You can't be a pilot anymore. So they came up with, of their 800 cases so far this year, 2 to 5% of those cases they've determined was not explainable. And of course, I'm sure, we didn't see any evidence for any of that. But it was interesting that they were out in the public saying, essentially, yes, they are taking this matter seriously and they're looking into it. And it was fascinating.
So out of 800, what's that, 40 cases, up to 40 cases that they can't explain?
Yes. And that's with, they have, they talk about how they're doing it, but all their parameters are definitely supposed to be, the like zigzag nature of UFOs or just the weird shit that you would expect with UFOs. Jake, God damn it, always just he's saying so much with just staring, smiling into the fucking computer. It's so gay. Anyway, guys.
Hey,
So, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Jake. Let's hear it.
Hey, so did they say? Did they?
Still no evidence.
Hey,
Nothing new.
drop. Hey, so I don't know if your science project here said anything about what types of aliens, or if you wish there were aliens, or if you believe aliens, what do you picture there are? Like, okay, the alien versus like Predator type, like the Alien, like the movie. Predator, yeah. Like, what type of aliens? Like, we've seen so many aliens in the science fiction world. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe
Like,
because people have seen them.
I'm just gonna say this.
what do you think they are?
There's no way for us to know. They could be a plant somewhere, not necessarily be capable of. Hold on. If the universe is as infinite and as big as we think it is, or know it to be as of now, surely by rule of large numbers, there's some other form of life out there. One, we'd be ignorant to think there's not. And two, it doesn't necessarily have to mimic our type of life form. It could be something else. It could be a bacteria or something else like that. I mean, like I said, they could be a plant. They may not be evolved, or they may be more evolved than us. We just don't know. But also, I'm not saying that anything flying in the air is an alien. I'm sure there's probably some sort of explanation. There might not be, but I mean, I think we're ignorant to think that there's not other life forms out there. I'm not saying they visited Earth, but I do think they're out there.
You're describing the Drake equation.
What?
Explain.
Jacob, you're
The
so
Drake
smart
equation.
tonight, man. You're using UFP, UAOs, and whatever word you say, anomalous,
Yeah.
and then now Drake equation.
Yeah.
Yo,
Well,
Drake,
the
greatest
Drake-
rapper alive. Let's go.
Yeah, Drizzy. The Drizzy equation is basically like a theoretical equation that was trying to come up with an accurate, even though I don't know, it was like an equation that proposed the amount of intelligent life that could be out in the universe, but all of the variables, obviously, like they weren't real. It was just like, these are the factors, just showing how big the universe is, and if there's enough planets in Goldilocks zones for long enough periods, that life would eventually form. But I get that we think Earth is so precious, and it is, but in the grand scheme of things, there's probably a lot of Earths.
Yeah.
And there's probably civilizations across the universe that have figured out how to use, the power of stars, or they're able to create stargates. Yeah.
Or renewable energy using some sort of solar technology, harnessing the power of a star.
Yeah. Like,
Can you imagine using our sun, bro?
Dyson sphere. Like, scientists have proposed that after a certain point, after you discover how to, come up with nuclear weapons or nuclear energy, and then you move on to gravity. Once you conquer gravity, you can manipulate matter around you, so you can use gigantic metal structures that are able to absorb the energy of suns. And so that's one of the telltale signs. They look for what they think that would put off. So when they're searching across the night sky, they're looking for certain frequencies that maybe would be expelled from advanced civilizations. So
Isn't that crazy to think about that? Everything in our known universe, life comes to an end. Where the frick, there's space end, bro. You like it has to. Excuse me, it has to end somewhere. You know, like it's scary. It's scary.
That's what's crazy is like every year it gets bigger because that light has finally had enough time to travel to us. So
I
like
wish that was true for me, but
the observable universe is literally as far as light has been able to travel to us through time. I mean, it's just hard to think about.
Yeah.
For any book readers, Project Hail Mary is a great sci-fi book that talks about like, you know, other species possibly being out there, why we might encounter them, you know, and it's kind of a fun adventure story that talks. It's sci-fi, so you know you have to use your imagination a little bit, but you know, it talks about essentially on a Hail Mary mission to save Earth, like they run across another alien species trying to do the same thing. And they compare it to like, why are we seeing each other and meeting each other at the same time? And it's like, well, we might be at the same technological level, and that's why, you know, we haven't figured out how to solve the same problem because we're at the same level of our, you know, advancement of technology or evolution or whatever it might be, right? You know, if there's an infinite universe, that means there's an infinite number of possibilities, and one of those possibilities could certainly be another type of life form, you know, or at the same level we are. So, Project Hail Mary, look it up. Same guy that wrote The Martian.
who
That
throws
guy
the best
rules.
Hail Mary in football?
Who
Fleet?
throws the best Hail Mary?
Yeah.
Joe Flacco.
Aaron Rodgers is the correct answer.
Maybe. Yeah. Him and Rogers. I'd probably say that. Speaking of sports, dude, next year, K-State, Jerome Tang,
Ooh.
Tyler Perry from North Texas, the MVP of the NIT tournament, who was overshadowed by the amazing Marquise Noel. K-State opens against Bronny James in the USC Trojans.
Hardest
In
NIL guy
Vegas.
ever.
Are you
Yeah.
going? Yo, can you
I
talk
will
to
not be
Marquise?
there.
Hey, Marquise, hook us up. Let's go.
Mr. Noel, please, sir.
I'm sure
I have
he's listening
nothing
to
to
this
offer.
podcast.
Yes.
I have
I
$10
believe
in
in
a
you.
Casio wristwatch. I will
You
never
should
be able to find you.
drafted in the NBA draft, sir. But,
He will.
you know, he's probably
I
smart.
have a particular lack of skills. I will never
Bronny
be able to
James, though,
find
his
you.
first college game.
That's pretty tough. I mean, it is cool.
Isn't that cool?
Was he ever close to going to KU?
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm sure he was on the list just because he was a higher prospect, but
Or would it have
he
been
probably
likelier
was.
that Ohio State?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Ohio State, a California school, or
Yeah,
like
where he
G
lives,
League.
Yeah. We got, Victor Wembanyama. Give me #1 overall drafted.
Spurs, baby.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so
Yeah, be sick.
how's,
Are they playing
how's
at the
KU
Raiders?
looking? No, I think it's some basketball facility there.
Yeah, it's probably some general
Somewhere,
area.
you know.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
KU preseason #1, baby. After the
Preseason
transfer
#1.
portal,
We lost all
I was
45
gonna
of
say-
our 18 players.
we've got 2 starters, and they're probably the only 2 people on the team returning this
Yeah.
year.
Isn't that
But we got
crazy?
Yeah,
#1 transfer prospect Hunter Dickinson.
Yeah, there's a little caveat there that you get like the fucking best center in the transfer portal.
And Bill Selfs he's good with those centers, man. He likes his big men. So
Yeah.
He does.
And this guy can shoot threes.
yep.
I
It'll be,
truly hope that we get more of Jerome Tang and Bill Self going at it, because I think it's going to be very different styles of basketball. Because Jerome
Yeah.
definitely seems like the point guard type guy that's just going to let a dude dish it out and just go fucking nuts.
Yeah, you got
Whereas
1-2
Bill
with
Self is
Marquise
always-
and Keontae.
Yeah.
And dude,
Yeah.
if KU or the Big 12 is already a great conference for basketball, if they add a Gonzaga and a UConn like they're talking about for basketball only, that's going to be easily it's going to be the SEC of basketball, right? It's going to be the best basketball conference, hands down.
Is
I mean,
are like the new like UCF, Cincinnati, BYU, and Houston? Are they? Is it every sport? Or is it just football this year? Like
every sport, I'm pretty sure.
100% everything in the okay.
Yeah, every
I know,
sport.
But
Because KU's last game is in football is at Cincinnati, so it's
Dude, that'd be cool. I'm looking forward to that because I think, they're not big schools obviously yet, but I do think it's going to expand our footprint in some markets for TV. Like, if KU picks up Colorado, dude, Dion's going to bring the money. I mean, that school's going to get so many televised games and social media traction. Like, I hope Colorado comes back. Sounds like they are, but what you got there? Is that chewing gum?
Because I have
chewing gum?
$30,000 in
That was
credit
my
card
credit
debt.
card debt.
Because I have $30,000 in credit card debt.
Oh yeah.
When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet.
Credit card debt.
Oh, yeah, it'd be interesting
Oh,
to see
man.
the because OU and Texas they play in our conference for this year.
For
right?
one
And they're
more year,
done. They're
yeah.
done after that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're paying to get out early next year, right?
Get them out.
yeah, yeah.
And this is their last year, so I'm excited, man. Like, if KU can pick up UConn, I don't know about all sports for UConn, but I love basketball. I've heard Gonzaga thrown in the mix for basketball, but if they can pick up like a Colorado for all sports, an Arizona State, like I think that'd be awesome.
But when
We're
does it
probably
end?
getting those three.
Yeah.
When does it end?
Once the NCAA gets abolished
Yeah, it's a
and they
joke.
come up
But
with something
then
new.
how's it? Yeah, but how's it happen then? It's like how.
They're gonna have to come up with something. I'm sure
You know what I'm
something will
saying?
come
Like,
up. Yeah.
It's
now
probably
going
going
to
to
be
get
two
to
big
three.
conferences.
No, it's going to get to three ridiculous conferences. It's probably
Yeah.
going to be us, the Big Ten, and SEC.
SEC.
Because
Yeah.
But then it.
all of a sudden, the ACC doesn't even look that stable.
No, and they're
No.
talking about split revenues, which obviously the smaller schools won't want, so they'll jump ship.
Yeah.
Like I just see it not working out for split revenues, and
so
Oregon and
hard.
Washington want to run the Pac-12, but they're not going to have the school. They don't have this California schools anymore. I mean, there's no,
I mean, they
they're
have
not.
Cal and Stanford, but they're
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like they don't have the USC, UCLA attraction, and they're not getting near the money that the Big 12 is offering for school. So they're waiting on that Big 10 ask, and I don't know when that'll happen, but
It's gonna
The,
screw
uh,
over your like your I don't know, like the golden
Well,
retriever schools that
the mid majors, UMBCs,
Yeah, it just
and
screws
yeah.
them over, man. Like it just sucks.
I get that, but like at the same time, they'll still play. I imagine some of those Power 5 schools for like early in the year preseason games. I mean, that's how those schools make money, anyways, playing those big teams. I mean, playing
Then how
KU
do you
basketball.
win a conference championship? You don't play everybody. I mean, I know the SEC didn't play everybody anyway, but it's like
Yeah,
I mean, that just boils down to your recruiting
What-
and your coaching.
once you
Yeah,
add
but-
tens and more teams, there's 3 conferences. There's 95 teams in every conference. It's like, all right, well, let's just go with these 5.
yeah.
Just
You're
make us the
you're
most
not going to
money.
play every team. I get that. Like sometimes you might play the same team twice, play them in a playoff. Like it just happens. But I think for the benefit of the conference, like you have to make it as big and as attractive as possible. Like I would love a Big 12 split up into 4 regions, 1 for travel and 2 and television, and then like 2 just for ease of trying to set up some sort of postseason bracket. Like if you had the East of like UCF, West Virginia, Cincy, and maybe like a UConn, something like that.
Oh.
And then you go maybe the North, which is like KU, K-State, Oklahoma State, Iowa State. The South of the Texas schools, TCU, Baylor, Texas Tech, Houston.
UCF.
UCF would be in the East with West Virginia,
Yeah, I don't know.
Cincy. But then you go out west, and like if we're gonna add California and Colorado and the 2 Arizona schools, we've already got BYU, so why not? You set up 4 divisions. I mean, I think that'd be
We're
perfect.
going to 20. We're going to
You think we
20.
will?
20 football schools.
So that what I just said is 16. So
I would take some more out of the Big East. Or the ACC
ACC.
and the Big East.
would you
Yeah.
take like a North Carolina and a Duke? Could you imagine that basketball conference, dude?
I would want
Beat their ass.
Miami. I would
Miami,
take
Miami.
Miami, Pittsburgh, and I mean, I don't think we'd get North Carolina, but I mean, it would be fucking
I
sweet.
feel like Miami's fan base kind of sucks though, doesn't it? Like, isn't their
yeah.
attendance terrible?
Oh, I mean, they suck, but at the end of the day, it's still the Miami market. I would try to just keep a foothold, just keep the
in
two
the
Florida
market with
down there.
UCF and Miami. That makes sense.
Worldwide.
Clemson's going to go to the SEC. I think
Yeah.
that's probably guaranteed. We could pick
At
off
least
of
the Big
Virginia.
12
Virginia would make
looks
for a
better.
nice. Yeah, the Virginia would make
First
for a
round
nice.
exit.
they'd make for a nice. What do you call it? Like West Virginia rivalry with Virginia. So I mean, it's not going to be a great school, but
I would give them Pittsburgh because that's the backyard brawl.
yeah,
Pittsburgh and West Virginia.
or Virginia Tech. Pick up 2 of those Virginia schools. But
Man.
if one of those is going to go to the Big Ten, I'm sure, just because that's regionally where a lot of that is.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
it's
if
definitely really,
Rutgers is in Big Ten, I mean,
yeah. No, for sure. It's getting wild out there. I just like that the Big 12 is seemingly a lot more stable than it used to be. It's definitely not the worst right now. So
can we talk about the old Big 12 being one of the most badass conferences with KU, MU,
I miss it.
Nebraska, Colorado.
Yeah,
Dude,
the-
I feel like every
the
game
Oilers.
was just a freaking dogfight. Like it was rivalry after rival. Like I remember Colorado and KU used to hate each other in basketball, and then we'd play like Missouri the next week, and it was worse.
Yeah.
But
No, I miss that old shit. It was so
Back, in the,
fun.
back in the glory holes. Glory days.
Yeah, dude. Even
you
just
said
seeing,
something
like,
about black
Nebraska
glory
friendship.
holes. I don't know.
I said back in the glory holes.
Why are you
Yeah.
Man, we were two of my guys at work. We were talking like
Bud Light.
yeah, we were talking about like I don't know what to call it, like college football, like best like atmosphere to be in, like how like you go to South Carolina, they play Sandstorm there. Like if you go to like Penn State, the Whiteout night, they play this song. You go to Virginia Tech, they play
Inner Sandman.
Metallica, yeah, Inner Sandman. It's like you have each school like West Virginia, Take Me Home, West Virginia, and then Tennessee plays
John
whatever Rocky
Denver.
Top is. Yeah, but it's like what will be one that you want to go to and just
John
experience
Denver's
that,
full
like a
of
home
shit.
game. Like it's just like everyone, you have 55 to 85,000 people singing the same song. It'd be sick, huh?
The Virginia Tech one always seems like literally everybody in that stadium is like jumping up and down singing Inner
Yeah.
Sandman. I mean that looks pretty fun because I mean, yeah, I like doing the Wabash Cannonball at K-State or whatever, but like I would like to see 100,000 people at like Tennessee or Penn State. I mean,
The
I know
big
those people
house.
go- Yeah.
Yeah. Does Michigan do anything? I know Wisconsin does jump around.
I don't know what Michigan does.
I'm sure Nebraska has something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're always so nuts about football. Dude, I will
Yeah.
give Nebraska credit. They are a giant in football just at the weight.
Yeah.
Because they
Sell
have
out
all
every
the
game.
facilities. They have a
Well,
crazy
it's the only
fan
pro
base.
team. It's literally their pro. They don't have
Yeah.
a pro team to
Yeah.
cheer on. It's literally their
The-
pro team.
Yeah, the football stadium becomes the largest populated city in the state of Nebraska on game day.
Yeah.
It's wild. I remember
it's
when
so
we played
crazy.
Nebraska in baseball. It was just like random 60-year-olds on a Tuesday, and they were just like heckling the hell out of you. I mean, they don't care. Like that's literally their entertainment. They all
Man,
show
boy,
up.
I'll shuck your corn.
Just a 60-year-old telling you to fuck off. Like,
Shout out to my nephew
seen that
going to
cornhole
Nebraska
boy?
for gymnastics.
hey, let's go.
Go Cornhuskers.
Yeah, hell yeah. Sorry to go off on a tangent there, but
No,
are
you're
those
good,
called,
man. Like,
traditions, or is that like
do you?
like
What do you think's the best rivalry though for like that sort of atmosphere? Like the
Yankees,
Red River.
Sox, nothing better.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about like college, like the Red River. You don't think it is anymore?
No.
Not anymore.
I think right now Michigan, Ohio State, just because they're both so good.
Yeah, I can see that. Alabama, Georgia
right now,
could be getting there
that-
if they ever.
yeah, there's just not that historic like Michigan, Ohio State thing. But
Yeah.
like right now, I'd probably rather watch Georgia versus Alabama. But yeah, dude, I mean,
Let's go Dogs!
Dude,
Yeah.
that 2008 MUKU, man, like that was some of the most incredible atmosphere in those
Thomas
games.
Robinson and Thomas Gibson.
Those
Woo!
But not even then, like going back to football, bro. Like
Yeah.
Kerry
Oh, yeah.
Meyer
Todd
days,
Reesing
Ross,
versus
we were at
Chase
that
Daniel.
game.
Martin
So was
Rucker for Missouri.
Yep.
Those guys, I mean, that was incredible.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were really fun games. So, let's see. what else do we got?
Sorry,
kind of
I thought
racist
we
shit
needed
was
a
that?
filler. I thought we needed a filler between topics.
I just thought you were being incredibly racist, Ross.
What? No.
What? Who said that? Dude, my wife loves Disney movies, and
Hell
technically
yeah.
I love Disney movies too because I love the MCU. But dude, we went to see The Little Mermaid. It was fine. That chick is incredibly hot. I'm just glad that she's not like in the movie. I'm pretty sure that like Prince, whatever, William, whatever the fuck his name is,
Wilhelm!
he's like 21. So I feel fine
21.
saying that.
Can you do something for me? 21.
Did you guys watch all of the Disney movies back in the day?
Jacob,
see
I've
all
got
of them?
3
What one
kids.
does?
I've seen every Disney movie you can think of.
What's the best
Alright,
Disney? Ross, what's your favorite Disney movie?
Yeah.
Are we going movie or like soundtrack or like what are we going?
Movie.
Alright.
Overall movie. Overall
Like-
movie.
Like true Disney movie, not like Disney acquired MCU, Star Wars kind of stuff.
Jesus
True,
Christ,
like,
Alex
just
Trebek,
Disney,
just
Pixar.
overall Disney movie.
movies.
All right. I have
Buy a vowel.
my top 3, in no particular order, and these are underrated.
Jesus,
but Onward is very good. It's got Chris
Onward.
Pratt and Tom Holland.
Also got the Trolls,
Um,
the Magic, right?
Yeah, Onward's
Yeah,
good.
Okay. It's pretty good.
I'm sure you
And it's
love
got a
the
good-
Disney remake
good
of
plot
Mulan.
line.
Top 50.
Underrated, Big Hero 6. It's a great show. And then I would have to say probably one of the Toy Stories, but I can't think of which one. But those would be my probably top 3.
Toy Story
in no
3.
particular order.
Oh,
Toy
the
Story
Lost Light.
3.
Toy Story 3 was sad, bro.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. It's the best.
I like the soundtrack in Encanto and Frozen.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like Snow White or some shit.
No, Encanto's dope, but like I don't know why Abuela is such an asshole to
Yeah.
Mirabelle.
Did you guys have like mean
Oh, that's Coco.
grandparents?
Huh? No, our
guys have,
grandparents
like, mean-
super tight. No,
Grandparents,
our grandparents are the best,
grandparents
bro.
who walked this
Yeah,
earth.
they're the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of
R.I.P.
wondering. R.I.P. Shout out to the real ones. Grandma Jimmy, she's like 84, still smoking her ass off. I love her for it. She said, I don't care, Jacob.
I love the TikToks of all the Italian like nonas that like know how to cook real spaghetti and stuff like that. Like, I need one of those like to adopt me
Yeah.
just to teach me their recipes.
Yeah, I mean, she might like smack you on the back of the head with a wooden spoon every now and then, but like you earned it.
Yeah.
You were being a piece of shit, and so she was like, "Oh, stop with that! I'm making the spaghetti."
This is the meatball.
Some sweat and some onions. Ross, decent list. All right.
Hey, real quick,
All right,
let me go on
hold
a
on.
tangent here.
What are your hold on before you go? What are your guys' Disney movies? I want to
One
know.
of my Shrek.
Yeah,
Shrek is
Shrek's
love.
not Disney.
I know.
Shrek is life.
Shrek is life, bro.
Do the roar.
The what?
Do the roar.
Do the roar.
Come on, do the roar. Do the roar. Do the roar.
Yeah, this one's going over my head.
Do the roar.
Oh no.
Do the roar.
Oh no!
Come on, do the roar.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Do the roar.
I don't know what the
Do the
fuck
roar.
this is. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry,
My man
Ross.
said he likes Shrek. You ain't no fan. Give me back my son.
I'm
All right,
glad
carry
we're
on,
back
Weber.
with that energy. Well, I don't know. We went on a fucking screaming tangent. Oh yeah.
Shrek.
I
It's not a
have
Disney
to-
movie.
Hey, real quick. Let me go off here for a second.
Go off, King.
Listen, 10 years ago, 10 years, I went and filmed the. Shut the fuck up. I filmed the pilot for the MTV show. Bro,
10 years as
the
of
end
today?
No, god damn it, Ross. You're fucking killing my vibe here. 10 years ago. Dude, the ending of it was so fucking bad of the pilot. I honestly thought they're going to be like, no, this guy fucking sucks. That was the day that like Chef Brendan saw me sweating all over the pasta, and it was we were rolling out ravioli for like that specific competition that was the pilot for the show. And let me tell you something, that being in the promo killed me every fucking time. Every time that show started, he's like, oi. He's like, are you gonna season that pasta with the sweat dripping off you? Wipe your
No, chef.
fucking face.
No, chef. Yes, chef.
God damn it! I'm that guy. I'm fucking idiot sandwich. That's me. That was my fucking idiot sandwich moment.
Yeah, but you're popular.
It's rough.
Wanna
I
be
think I was liked, and it was
popular.
fine. It was fine.
Hey,
I just had
you
to-
were the
I
main
had to-
promo. You were the main promo of the show.
I was in there. I'm pretty sure there was also another one where, like, I was showing Chef Brooks something that it was like a balsamic reduction with a strawberry jam or some shit, and it turned into like a dark red brick color. And she like walked over and she was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Kind of looks like shit, doesn't it?" And she goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Fuck."
That's so cool, man. I
Yeah,
like
well,
that. Like,
we'll talk
I'm
about
jealous
that
you in
some other
that.
time,
I was
but-
jealous you in that dope ass house, man. That's like so sick.
Yeah, the house would have been sweet.
The house was pretty sick, and I didn't even see like half of it. That's how big it was. It was nuts.
Anyways,
guys,
Disney list.
Speaking of
Jake,
Disney's,
let's hear it.
What?
Jake, Disney list.
Jacob never finished his. He just.
I want to hear both of
Shrek-
yours.
He was just
Shrek's
Shrek,
not a fucking Disney movie.
onions, rocks, titties, MTV, food, sweat. You know, onions. Jacob, what's
my
yours?
name's Jake, and I don't have to fucking say anything ever. Ugh.
Do you
Nothing?
bite your thumb at me, sir?
I do.
Finish
bite
your
my thumb
list,
at
you fucking moron. Let's go.
Hello?
What list? You were supposed to say what your favorite Disney movie was.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry, Jake, the cowboy from Atchison, Kansas. What the fuck is your favorite Disney list, bro? You were in the middle of talking and you went on a fucking tangent. Let's go.
My
move,
favorite
move,
Disney
move, move.
list.
No, just tell me your favorite Disney movie at this point. We've
God.
gone way. This is
Carry on.
Carry on my way.
I don't know, dude. I don't watch fucking. Is Inside Out? Is that Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Joy.
I cried my eyes out watching that one Saturday afternoon.
That's a sad one.
Allison
Sad
and I-
movie, man.
That when
a good one.
that one guy's like disappearing, I look over and Allison's like ugly crying, and then I'm like, oh god, it was so bad. It was a good movie though. I really liked it.
Dude, yeah, Inside Out's a good one.
What's his name? He's a little elephant down there with little.
Oh yeah,
wagon.
yeah.
Little
Shoot
wagon.
for the moon. Tell her
You
to
got
reach the moon
it.
for me. Yeah.
That's the guy that
Yeah.
disappeared.
Fuck! What's his name? It's It's all there where all dreams go to die.
Bing bong. Bing bong.
Yeah. Bing bong. Fuck your life.
Dude,
All right,
man,
Jake, what's yours?
That's a good one. Wait, you only listed one. You
Yeah,
listed three.
yeah. I said screw the list because at this point we're.
Oh,
we're
okay, yeah. Lion King's my favorite.
That's boring.
Nah, man, it's so good. That might be like top 5 my favorite movies of all time.
Because
It's
that's
good,
probably the
but-
only Disney movie you've seen, right?
No, I've seen
Lion
probably
King.
more Disney movies more times than you ever seen one Disney movie. I can sing every Disney song. I'm a Disney.
No, you can't. You definitely can't. That's a fucking. I've heard lies. There's no way you know all the Disney songs.
I'm gonna phone a friend and I'm gonna call my wife in here. Actually, she's sleeping, but yeah.
Bro,
Anyways, I love Disney movies. I used to go to Disney
name
movies all
one
the time.
track. Name one track from the fucking Hercules movie.
About Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno. Hey, play the one where the chick's lifting the donkey.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Yeah. What's up, Whipper?
What is this?
This is surface pressure.
I'm not nervous.
Ross, what's it called?
Surface pressure.
Let's go!
I move mountains. I move
Yo, hold these nuts. Hold these nuts.
Hard the work is. Gotta carry it all. If I falter under the surface, I had my
Yeah.
something is gonna hurt us.
That's
What
fun
the
when
hell
your
was
kids are
that?
yelling. That's fun when your kids are yelling in the backseat. Pressure, play pressure.
Oh, that's wholesome. That's really
Very.
wholesome.
Yep.
Jake, are you smoking anything out of that? Fucking Gandalf's pipe over here.
Tobacco.
Oh,
Gamble tobacco. Tobacco.
actually got a little something in there.
It's just tobacco. Just
We
don't tell my wife.
about Bruno.
I can't wait for her to go in and be like,
I was gonna say, is she gonna watch this?
The smoke detector. About to go.
she's gonna fucking walk in there tomorrow and be like, why does it smell like fucking like long cut in here?
Wintergreen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, it's good, man. We love it. We love Disney movies. We love everybody, baby.
All right,
So,
Jacob.
guys, I just said President Biden, that motherfucker fell again. How many times is that?
Sad, man.
Is that two
Like
or
at
three?
this point, I just feel bad. Like I feel like he's just being like puppeted around. Like is that elderly abuse at this point?
And he's running again.
He's not running anywhere.
Like I just imagine like remember all the times they show the before and after pictures of presidents.
Oh, yeah.
And all the fucking wear and tear they have to deal with and like the stress level.
Sad, man. Can't imagine.
How can he be doing that? I mean, I'm not saying Trump is better or DeSantis is a better pick, but why are they getting him? They couldn't find anyone else?
Dude, I love the interview where they're like, what's your focus like? He's like, well, my focus, hey, listen. It sounds like some like your buddy at the bar trying to like talk you out of like taking him home. He's like, listen. Like talking in cursive.
If you can't do debates, you shouldn't be president.
Look, regardless of your political affiliation, I feel like there has to be some sort of like age or coherence on some of these people. Because what's Feinstein? Mm-hmm. She looks like she's about to fall out of the wheelchair and like
Dude, she's like
not
96.
get up ever again. Like, dude, that's terrible, man. Like, surely someone like that cannot, function and like go to work every single day. Like, I don't want her to. She's like 96 and in a wheelchair. Like, sweetheart, go home.
She's like sitting there just like.
I mean, she doesn't have to vote.
Man.
Consult her. Like,
Man,
like,
you have to press yes on this vote. You have to press yay or nay.
Yeah.
Man, where's my prune juice? I need
Put it on the
another
Davenport. On the Davenport.
Yeah.
On the Schiffer
How do
Road.
we get old? How the fuck do we get old people out of politics?
Term limits.
Like,
I think.
where's
Look,
the
I think.
cutoff?
Yeah, but I think like age brings with it a certain type of experience. I mean,
Yeah.
I do think like you need some, not necessarily, 70s, 80s, but like someone that's still coherent, like 60s, late 60s, early 70s, like someone that has had a good career, has had enough experience to understand like politics and things like that, but also not someone that's like a vegetable on an iron line.
Yeah.
But that's just
Yeah,
me.
I the super old people, I just don't get how, because I feel like at a certain point it becomes like self-preservation, and then they get really rich from being in like Congress or the Senate for too long,
Oh,
and then
dude.
it just turns into a power play trying to create generational wealth for their family.
Dude,
It's
there
supposed to be a
has to be
service.
some sort of law against trading. I mean that
Yeah.
you go back and look, I mean it is absurd on both sides of the aisle how much money those people make. Like even in COVID, like during 2022 when it was like no one was making money, like the average return was like -3%. Like almost all politicians are up 8%. Like there's no way. I mean, you have the best traders in the world, and that's fine. But like also, some of these trades happening as they sit on a committee before the company
Before it
announces
happens.
like a government contract. Like, come on, man. Like, there should be no reason they should be trading during their time in office.
No taxation without representation. Let's go dump their tea.
I think that capitalism is the best thing we have going for us right now, but we're really getting close to teetering on that line where greed could be our ultimate downfall, and that always kind of bothers me because in America it really is all about money.
Inflation sucks, I'll say that. And tonight, my family and my in-laws and us all had Taco Bell tonight.
Woo!
And
What did it cost?
I-
$25?
$100. We DoorDashed it, and it cost $100. I mean, we ordered a shit ton of food. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we didn't order, nothing. Like, we pigged out. Like, it was like a damn barbecue.
It's gotta be more than that. My order is only $35.
30 Thrive? Yeah, that's a good one. All right, Jake. The Johnson order. What is it? It's quesadilla,
Quesadilla.
beefy 5-layer,
Beefy 5-layer. Baja
and
Blast.
what? Baja Blast, and what's the other one? It's a chicken.
Chicken Chipotle melt.
Chicken
times
Chipotle
3.
melt, dude. Yes, let's go.
In the Crunchwrap Supreme.
Oh man.
And sometimes 3 Doritos Locos Tacos, and then you just pass out.
Jake and I are notorious for late night Taco Bell runs.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out Taco Bell, LeBron James. Sponsoring Taco
was
Bell. Let's
definitely-
go.
Tuesday.
Hey!
Shout out to
What's-
Taco John's 69-cent tacos when we were in high school, because I
Oh,
wish they would
rip.
bring that back.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's fair to say that a big portion of my earnings over the years has gone to late night fast food, so. Yeah. Dude,
Can we
Fast
boycott?
eating Taco Bell feels like fucking negative calories. I could eat 6 of those tacos, and I'm just like, I could eat.
What's
I could
next?
Just go
What's
to sleep.
next?
I don't know.
It just goes right through you, man. It's crazy. Like, you
Dude,
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell just never
Instantly.
feels like enough. I don't know what it is.
But it tastes so good. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Can we boycott like DoorDash fees though? Like,
I've
can
never
we just-
DoorDash, never Uber Eats, nothing.
Dude,
I've-
I would never do it as a single man, but like, or even without kids, but like with kids, it is the most convenient thing ever.
That's why I'm
Like
a
that
fucking
and-
asshole.
Or like delivering Costco to the house for free. Like I don't have to take 3 kids into Costco and go around and pick stuff out. Like it shows up at my door. Clutch.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't have kids, so I mean, I don't, so I can't imagine trying to bring 1, 2, 3, 16 kids like Ross into Costco.
Gotta take the school bus, park it.
I have a quick trigger finger when it comes to DoorDash. And
Do you have
let's
the
just
dash
say it's been a problem. Yeah. At one point I did. I know at least. I know you could sign up for emails, do it, use the fucking the free
Different
month, and just
email.
keep doing that.
I think they
mean,
have
it
a
worked.
promo this summer. I think they have a promo this summer for like Dash
Please,
Pass
God.
Summer or something like that.
It'd be so nice. Please.
Do you get like a dash rating like you do like Uber? Like Uber, do you have like a rating like, as a rider?
I don't
Like,
think
you have a
so.
Dash rating or something? Yeah, I didn't know if there was
No,
a
I don't
loyalty
think so.
program or like a dash rating. You know.
I think you just pay like a membership fee, like to Dash Pass, and you get discounted delivery fees,
I have a
or
confession.
none at all. Let's hear
I have a confession.
Yes.
I have a confession for you.
I've had DoorDash delivered, and I went outside, grabbed my food, took it back in, and then I reported it stolen, and it wasn't there. They issued funds back to my account.
FBI, open up!
So I'm just kidding. That was only one time. Allegedly. I don't even know what's happening.
Allegedly.
I don't
You're
even know
on
what
thin
the fuck's
fucking ice,
happening.
buddy. You're on thin ice,
don't
buddy.
They're like, it's you, the fat burglar.
The fat burglar, man. The biggest head this side of the Mississippi does it again.
Yeah. Yep, they catch me
Oh.
every time. That was just once, allegedly.
Allegedly. I didn't hear anything. What are you talking
Yeah, I
about?
didn't hear anything.
We're having audio issues, right?
Are you good?
I think it was AI, Jacob. I think that was an AI voice.
Hey, Ross, I got a joke for you.
I want to hear
Yes.
it.
You got it?
I want to hear it.
I keep messing with my audio. Can you guys hear me? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Whatever.
What?
You can hear me, whatever. The joke is,
You bet. You're doing great.
why did the transgender man only eat salad? He was a her
Why?
before. I saw that on Twitter earlier, man.
That's good. That's
it.
good.
There
I
it
love
goes.
That's great.
That
It's
funny?
Best
been
joke so
fun,
far.
everybody. the podcast was fun while it lasted. There we go.
Man. And woman.
Let's just say it's Pride Month. I think that's great. Some
man.
people don't.
What's your take?
What's my take on Pride Month?
Let's just get it all out. Let's get it all out.
I want people to be able to do whatever the fuck they want. And it's not like, I don't know. That's just what like gays are cool. I don't really think that kids should be giving stuff to fucking trans before they're 18, you know. I don't think that should be like that shouldn't be like mean to say.
I agree. With kids, like, we shouldn't be telling, like, or accepting the fact that a 4-year-old knows what they want. I mean,
No.
my 4-year-old will cry because they didn't get to unwrap the wrapper by themselves. Like, it's not reasonable or fair. We don't trust them to vote until they're 18, go to war until they're 18, drink alcohol until they're 21, but they know how to what's with their body at 4, at 3. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to like trans after you're 18, that should be fine in this country. No one really should care. But yeah,
But don't force it
mean,
on children. It's creepy to
Don't-
force on children. It's
Yeah.
creepy to force on others. That
Yeah.
Look, I may not agree with it. I'm not going to be that way, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. I don't expect you to tell me that like that's wrong. I mean, your opinion's your opinion. Stick with it. That's fine. Like, you know, I don't think we should
Yeah.
do all of this like if you don't believe it's right, like you're canceled forever. You can never get a job. You can never meet. Like that's getting so dangerous
No.
at some point. Like I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that nowadays you almost have to be forced to take sides to get through society because that's just what like they throw out there on social media. It's just who's supporting who. I encourage everybody to do the research themselves and form an opinion. At least that way you can stand behind what you're saying. Because just blindly saying shit, what's that gonna do?
Yeah,
I
I think
have some
everyone can
conviction
have
in
an
what you're
opinion.
saying.
Yeah, everyone can have an opinion. I mean, that's the whole point of an opinion is it's your own thoughts. Like I don't care. Like if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you go be, as happy as you can be, do that. Like I don't care. But also, it doesn't mean I believe in that. I'm not going to do that. I'm straight. That's how I live my life. I'm not going to tell you how to live yours. But also, like, the only reason I have trouble with it is when it starts to involve, like, the younger generation who doesn't know how to form that opinion yet, who doesn't know that much about their body, and we're telling them that they can do this, this, and this, when we still don't understand the full effects of it. I mean, there's so many studies coming out about all these children that, were put into these therapies that are coming back and they're like severely, physically affected by it, and it's just, I don't agree with the forcing on children. I don't think that, and that's my opinion. I don't think that it should be anywhere near them. I think it should be something for adults, legal adults, and that's my personal thoughts. Like, and especially here, we're in a very conservative area in Kansas, Oklahoma, like. I think that's probably a pretty rational thing to say, but like outside of that, who knows?
Ross, in your opinion, does early access to social media
Hinder?
Well, I'm trying to come up with like the right term. I don't know. Basically, does social media hinder like? I don't know. Fuck.
I will say this: like we try and do no iPads as much as possible. Like they have it as a reward for like they did their chores, they did what they're supposed to do, and we have time limits on them because you can set them now to where like they'll get at most 30 minutes a day, but sometimes it's not 30 minutes, and they're all educational games. Like they learn how to spell, they learn like how to draw the letters on the iPad, that kind of stuff. Like I think that stuff
I need that
is fine.
shit now.
Oh man, you were talking smart earlier. You were talking smart AF earlier. I told you.
But we limit, like we don't give access to like YouTube. Like I feel like you could go down a rabbit hole and there's some creepy stuff on there.
Yeah.
And like you just have to be smart about it. Like that's going to be their world. They're going to have that technology, so like you have to introduce it, but I think it's all about how you go about it, right? Like you don't rely on it. You don't make that their sole source of entertainment, obviously. And on the other side of it, you don't give them free reign to the internet, which is, they could find anything. I mean, they're one click away from finding some random video of, who knows?
That goes back to my point.
Two girls
so
in
you
one
think
cup.
well, yeah. I mean, I
Ace and
think
Gary.
Well, and I'm going to say, like, even on Twitter, bro, like, it is crazy, like, the violent shit that we'll see, like, on those videos. And there's no, like, hiding it anymore. Like, it's out there. Like, they are, like, legit violent. And to, like, break people of that, like, violent, understanding, like, how violent or, like, dangerous that act is. Like, I feel like everyone's so numb to it nowadays. Like, someone gets shot in the face at point blank, and we see it on video, and we're like, like I just feel like that's so.
Just another Call of Duty episode,
Yeah, exactly. Like we don't rationalize it. I don't know.
I think that like slowly we're starting to see that kids' innocence in childhood should be protected like big time to let them have a normal transition into like the formative years. Because I think just early access to some of the crazy shit you can see on social media can like really fuck you up. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, just scrolling through Twitter, you can easily see like derogatory porn. Like
Oh, yeah.
not just the normal stuff.
What?
You can see like the wild shit.
But like also,
Born to kill.
I'm not
himself.
looking.
Like,
I'm not looking.
I'm going back
Maybe,
to your
but-
likes.
No, but
I agree,
you
like-
see stuff and you're like, Jesus Christ, I didn't know that thing could fit in that.
Like, we should be giving the kids like tools on how to critically think for themselves.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they can rationalize the difference between what are facts on social media and what are opinions. And there's no way
Yeah.
no one cross-checks anything anymore. No one looks up the
Because
facts. They take everything
there
at point
isn't
blank.
enough. There isn't enough context in the written word.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's hard to like read tweets
Yeah, like-
and even
Dude,
I
like,
follow
all
a
the
bunch of
seed oils out
comedians.
there are just,
yeah.
your
I mean,
perception
it's
is your reality.
exactly.
we're all in the matrix. It's just a simulation.
Yeah, we are, man.
What
we
is-
are, bro.
Dude, why does this even matter? Let's just get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here. Let's just go hang out. Leave
There's
your
your Earth
kids.
that's flat.
Do you think that's air you're breathing?
I'm just kidding. The Earth's not flat. Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
That's from the
Yeah,
Matrix. Morpheus.
Ross.
Do you
I
think
don't
that's
know how
air
you
you're
raise
breathing?
kids now. I don't know how you raise kids nowadays. It's a tough world out there, man. You know, obviously,
It's.
me and Jacob will be dads one day. You know, so it's like, you know,
I think you guys will see a
Allah
huge
willing.
uptick in homeschooling. I really do. Like, I think you'll see a lot of people take their kids out of school or go to private school.
But does that mean that who has to make a sacrifice in terms of money?
That's exactly what it is. It's going to be something. Someone's going to have to, or work from home is also going to
Yeah.
expand that because people can have that capability where they could take. And they really say like you should only spend like up to 3 hours in elementary school teaching kids, and then like up to 6 hours in high school and middle school. So like, who knows at that point? I mean, if your kids are that old, maybe you have a nest egg saved up. But I bet you see that more often.
yeah.
I have a good question for a dad. So,
Shoot.
let me propose to you like this. So,
You're proposing? Let's go.
do you like
Yes.
shut the fuck up? Do you like explaining to kids like shit that they don't know? Is it fun to be like, this is how maybe I think you should think, or like this is how you should perceive the world? Is it fun? Like, do you play little social experiments with kids like that?
Not like
How do you
that.
do it? Or you
Like I don't
just-
want to form my kids' thinking. Like I will tell them like this is what we believe. Some people like this, or some people do it this way. But I think that everyone should have like a general set of morals that they should abide by as a family, like just to instill in your children, like being a good person, like always using your manners. Like those are all I think things people can agree on.
Yeah.
But also, like, one thing, like, that was hard for me was having your kids the ability to have their own opinions and be able to say, no, I don't want to do, like, I don't want to hug that person because I'm uncomfortable with them. Like, maybe they're not family, but we don't have to force them on our friends kind of thing, maybe we should listen to their intuition on that and they'll warm up eventually kind of thing. But also, like, I think as a parent, it's your responsibility to put them in the situations to be successful. I mean, we're not just going to let them say, like, I'm not going to ask my kid, can I change your diaper?
Fuck
Like,
you, Dad.
yeah, I'm going to
You
change
suck.
it. Like, you know what I mean? It's stupid. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I want my kids to be able to think for themselves, but also have the morals instilled in them to be good people in general. Like, that's, I think, how we're going to go about it. And, it might not be for everybody, but
That sounds
But
like
yeah,
a free way of doing it.
I will say though, like, we always try and explain why we tell them not to do something rather than just yelling at them, because I feel like that
That's
gets
key.
nowhere. But like explaining, hey, we don't do this because that could hurt someone's feelings. You know what I mean? And I feel like, at least with our oldest, she'll come back and be like, we don't do that, right, Mommy and Daddy, because of this. And it's like, well, yeah, you
Wait. So wait, Ross, are you saying that when your sons drop the flashlight, you don't immediately just call him a dumbass and make him cry? 'Cause
no.
that's all I know.
I love I sent you guys, I think, that video, like, Dad at the dinner table. It was like a cutout scene from the Jake Gyllenhaal movie where, wow, man, what is it?
Brokeback
You know
Mountain.
what I'm talking? Where he, like, bangs his head on the table. And he's I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. It's funny as fuck.
Yeah, that old fun trope.
Jacob, what other topics do we have?
I don't know. We have a lot of stuff that could be considered.
Cancelable.
Yeah.
Did you
Maybe
guys?
because we're.
Did you guys buy Bud Light this weekend? Did you buy Bud Light over Memorial Day weekend?
Jake, did you buy Bud Light?
But I saw no, I didn't. Bud Light doesn't really affect me. You know, I'm more. Of
Yeah,
a-
I never drank it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if it's there, you know, if I go somewhere, if it's there, yeah, I'm gonna drink it. You know, it's just all light beer. That Coors Light, Miller Light, they're all kind of the same. You know, I prefer
Yeah.
probably Miller Light, but it's like they're all kind of the same. It's like I don't. That's not my type of beer. If you drink it, I'm not gonna judge it because if you're just drinking that, I don't give a fuck, man. You know, it's like you.
I will
you do
say
what
it's
makes you
now
happy,
cheaper
man.
than water. It's now cheaper than water.
That's crazy.
I don't go to.
They
I don't
have
go
those
to my-
rebates to where it's like $2 for like a 12-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings anymore just because they get kind of sad. but it'd be really funny to be in your like AA meeting and sitting around with everyone and be like, so, I mean,
Who's a Bud Light drinker?
Bud Light's really cheap. Does anyone want to switch to that this week? Like, dude, I met alcoholics right now. We're like, dude, fucking, we love this Bud Light shit. It's fucking nice and cheap. Probably better
Yeah.
quality than like Natural Light. I don't know.
It is kind of crazy, like how many people did stop buying Bud Light, and same with Target. Like all of
crazy.
them at the same time. Like it was like you talk about cancel culture. Like it was literal cancel culture.
That is like the dude. I feel like that's the thing right now that is going against cancel culture is basically people being like, well, we'll put our money where our mouth is, and
Yeah.
this was probably one of the first times where like Bud Light took a serious hit. I mean,
Well, what's
they
number
took
one
a
beer
fucking-
now? They lost number one, right? They went
Yeah.
to Modelo.
Yeah,
Is
they
Modelo
took a
number one
fucking
now?
I think so. yeah.
shell to the broadside of their fucking, their best shit.
Yeah.
So it's fucking nuts. And yeah, the whole thing. Dude, here's the I just want everyone to know, if you're listening, if you've gone this far, brothers, sisters,
All two of
everybody
you.
else, they are keeping us stupid and fighting for a fucking reason. I just want everyone to understand this. They pit us against each other. These are old, probably white dudes that are rich as fuck saying, how can we screw with the American public this week? It's just pitting each other every week. Another thing. Dude, when's the next Dylan Mulvaney going to happen?
They
And
don't
then
want
it's
us
just
to
going to
unite.
keep that whole cycle going.
Let's hide Hunter Biden's laptop.
Hunter Biden's laptop's out there. We've seen the pictures. He's with a bunch of underage-looking girls. It does not look good. It's
talking,
election
Joe Biden?
year.
I guarantee
It's
you,
election
all
year.
of those politicians have that sort of like terrible photos of them and like all of that leverage. Like that's such a dirty swamp. Let's clean it up.
Everyone does. Everyone has bad pictures, right? You know, it's like, come on
Yeah,
now.
but I mean, like his are pretty bad. I mean, they're
Well,
you can talk about drug like his are bad. Like no one can.
I hope that his isn't as like. I mean, we all joke that like there's probably most politicians that are like anti-gay probably do butt stuff with like fucking ladyboys in Thailand.
Oh yeah,
But-
what's like hidden subconscious acts that they want.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we hate the gays, but like, really, they're just beating it
Closet
off to
homosexual.
fucking gay porn. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Dude, Hunter Biden shit was fucking wild. The stuff that I saw,
Yeah.
it doesn't look good, and it's so fucking crazy. Dude, We are in for
Yeah.
like our third straight nuts presidential election. It's gonna suck.
I feel like we're a reality TV show at this point, dude. Like my aunt and uncle in Germany just laugh. Like they're like,
Dude, that's why I believe that like in our lifetime we're gonna see the apocalypse or the aliens are gonna just show up all at once. Because it's been our life has been a movie for probably like a decade now.
It is. It is.
We got like
And
a war going on in Europe that could escalate to nuclear at any point.
North Korea since the what was that ICBM test to Japan?
and
Like
it was like a fucking a failed satellite launch that Japan was like, this could actually be like they could be
A
fucking
nuke.
with us and they could be
Yeah.
nuking us.
yeah.
It
It's
just
it's
seems
so
everything
weird.
is so fucking sensationalized.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's
man.
just weird times in general. I mean, dude, the last 3 years with like coronavirus and everything, it's like we're seeing new ways of control, and then I'm sure artificial intelligence is going to go fucking off the rails at any
Dude,
point.
how are we ever gonna know what's legit anymore with AI? Like, I feel like some of those telemarketers are just gonna like,
I know,
record our
man.
voice and then have it and fuck with people.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to regulate it, but I think that they need. I mean, that's going to be. That's like you need every country on the planet.
Yeah,
North Korea and Russia and China have to sign it too. Like,
I'm pretty sure there are like 10 movies about why this is a bad idea.
yeah, it's not hard to like logically
Long
sit there
King
and
Polly,
be
Shrek,
like, yeah, dude, fucking
Armageddon,
yeah, that was the aliens.
Die Hard.
Are we gonna have an Ultron that tries to take over the world? Just a
Yeah,
computer,
right.
a computer
If that
virus
means-
that just wipes
If
everything
that means
out.
we also get the Avengers, sure.
Oh.
Dude, can we get
Elon
an
Musk.
infinite? Can we get an infinite Avengers movie with like Hulk with a Power Stone? And
Oh yeah.
dude, that would be awesome.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's what
dude.
Thor, man.
Real quick, probably to wrap us up. MCU news. We have a Fantastic Four.
What?
We have a
Is-
Fantastic Four. The new first
is-
family.
Is Jim Halpert going to play Mr. Fantastic?
No. It was really cool. He made that cameo in the movie, and everyone always
Doctor
thought that
Strange.
his like fan artwork looked like amazing. And yeah, he
Yeah.
looked natural for the part.
But they got clapped. They got clapped in
Yeah.
the movie.
Is
Yeah.
Jessica Alba
Yeah.
in there?
No, sir. Margot
Rip.
Robbie is going to be Sue Storm.
Oh,
What? For real?
Margot
Like
Robbie.
100%?
is Chris Evans
Margot
going to
Robbie.
be the Torch again?
Yeah, so Adam Driver is going to play Reed Richards, and so I would
okay.
look.
More?
He's definitely got some acting chops. He will.
I actually
definitely be-
like him.
He will be the leader, I think, of the MCU pretty quickly. But yeah, so it's him, Margot Robbie. The guy that's playing the Thing is the same voice that is Sebastian in the new Little Mermaid movie. He's another like motion cat. He's from
I'm looking
that musical on Broadway, Hamilton.
Oh,
And the Johnny Storm character they hired like an unknown, so that'll be
Really?
interesting. That's like one of the first unknowns they've done in a while. That's a fairly big role. I mean, Johnny Storm, I don't think they'd kill him off in movie one.
how do you feel about Margot Robbie going from DC playing absolutely perfect,
Yeah.
beyond perfect Harley Quinn to probably the face of the DC right now, possibly, right, with Henry Cavill's that whole Superman issues going to shit. Batman
he's
hasn't
gone.
the same Batman in the last 15 years. So, how do you feel about her going to the MCU?
I mean, I think she's that great. I'm just glad to have another like A-list person in the MCU. She's going to be so different from Harley Quinn. I think that's why she takes the role, because Sue Storm is like a motherly figure, very wise. Basically Reed Richards' moral compass. So,
For sure, man.
Dude,
And,
I'm looking up
yep.
this new
and she's
Human
fucking
Torch.
so hot.
Oh, no, brother. No, brother.
I'm looking up the new guy for the Human Torch, another Irish actor, dude. That's just
Conor
no name, like you
McGregor!
said. But he's
Yeah.
also. It looks like he's also been cast in Ridley Scott's sequel to The Gladiator.
Don't make a
I don't know.
sequel
I don't
to
know for what
Gladiator,
role.
man.
I don't know for what role, but
Yeah. Well,
Wait.
I went and finally saw Ant-Man Quantumania, so
how was it? Was it
hopefully
okay?
they can keep... I mean, it was fine, but Jonathan Majors definitely plays a really good Kang, so I hope they can keep him,
Yeah.
obviously,
trouble.
through to Avengers, Kang Dynasty or whatever.
Before we close, Celebrity
Yes.
Hall Pass. What we got? Ross, you first. Jacob, and then me.
I'm gonna answer this last.
Okay, Jacob?
Um,
You give 1, 2, 3 people?
it'd probably be like Scarlett Johansson, Alexander Daddario, and
But who's that?
She's the
I'm bad with
the
names.
chick from True Detective with the big tits. I don't know. She's in a bunch of stuff. She was in like Baywatch.
yeah.
I'll send you. You'll know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But,
I'll look her up. Get my
and
jerseys
then
ready.
God, who's the chick that's been in all the big movies lately? She's like South American, kind of has an accent.
Sydney Sweeney?
Well, I don't know. Sydney Sweeney's up there, bro. My wife would sign off on that one for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Those were mine.
Ross?
Man, I've always been an Emma Watson fan. I don't know why. Just have been. Really random. But
Just because her
I would say
personality.
no. I would say like ScarJo and Sydney Sweeney would be up there though.
Yeah. Dude, she's
Alexander
cool
Daddario's
as fuck.
a great pick by you, Jacob.
Yeah.
but,
I think
I need
she's
to look her
probably
up.
way too on the liberal side for me, but I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not saying anything. Not that we like sitting there and talk about politics. It's not like I'm having Alexander Daddario over to like cheat on my wife. Like fucking, we're sitting there like, so where are your political ideals before we do
Right.
this?
Yeah.
Give me the salmon!
Oh my god.
Salmon. I'm swimming up fucking stream, bro.
That's better than trying to plant acorn seeds, man. But my my hall pass would be Margot Robbie, obviously, and then some Katy Perry action, man.
Oh,
Katy
Katy.
Perry.
God, Russell Brand did weird things to her. I know it.
Probably.
You talk about weird couples. What about Machine Gun Kelly and
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox?
Did they break up?
Yeah, but they like literally
Yeah,
drank
weird.
each other's blood or some shit.
It's Hollywood,
Yeah,
Ritualistic.
man.
Yeah.
Hollywood!
I don't understand Hollywood.
Hell yeah. What we got?
Off for the clout, baby.
Broncos country.
Let's ride.
All right, guys. Appreciate y'all listening. Don't forget to give us a call, 913-585-4181, 913-585-4181. Leave some voicemails. Let's get some life thoughts, some
Yeah.
snitch line, whatever you want.
Slide in those
You,
DMs.
you pick them.
Call into the Reach Around podcast.
Peace and love. Let's go.
Later.
Thank you.